What's up, everybody? It's Thegoal60 here for Monday, July the 15th, 2019. So today is also our 300th video to upload. It's going to be pretty neat, hitting that mark and moving forward. Like I said last week in the video, we're getting close to 20,000 total views. That's awesome. And we'll see if we can't do any good today with these baseball picks and moving forward into the first half of the week. So before we get started on the stuff for today, if you haven't watched that video that came out last Friday, I went over like a report card of kind of how the first half of the season went. If you haven't watched that, I invite you to do so. Check that out and then come back to this video and watch the rest of this and get today's plays. But with that said, let's jump right in. We do have a revenge play today, and it is in the Pittsburgh and St. Louis series. St. Louis is actually the team that we're looking at here as the revenge play. You look at the RPI for Pittsburgh, they're .502. St. Louis at .501. The price is perfect, it's minus 138. So we're going to take St. Louis to win the game outright, minus 138 on a revenge play there. The other revenge potential that did not make it was due to RPI, and it's Detroit and Cleveland. Obviously, the Tigers were the revenge team here, and they're in the bottom three, so therefore eliminated them right off the bat. No need to go any further with that. Now, as far as RPI plays, we did pick up a couple of those. Did pick up a couple, or at least one unofficial, and we'll go over those now. So the first play that we actually did pick up will be an official play, is Atlanta at .523 versus the Brewers at .509. You look at the price here on Atlanta, they're minus 120, so we're going to take them to win. Atlanta over Milwaukee. And then finally, we've got Cincinnati and Chicago. The Reds are at .501, the Cubs at .516. So therefore, we're 15 points above. We're good to go there, and they're minus 140 today. So we'll get that as a play. So that's the final play we have. The three official plays, we got revenge of St. Louis, we got Atlanta, and Chicago Cubs on the RPI system. As far as everything else, we do have a doubleheader play today. It's in the San Francisco and Colorado series. Now, that series was so tight on RPI that it didn't make a play today. But, look at that doubleheader. One of them is right around lunch, and then the other one will start at the normal time that games start out in that area. Like later tonight, I think the East Coast time, it's going to be like 9:30 or something like that. So pretty late on this side of the country. But look for that doubleheader to see what the outcome of the first game is, and look to take the other side in the second play. There was a handful of four-game series. Some of them got eliminated due to RPI. Some of them did make it, and we are waiting on a price on one. So the teams that did not make it, three of those was the Dodgers and Phillies. RPI or price did kick that one out. The Dodgers were the team we're looking at there, and it's minus 169. The next group is Boston and Toronto. Once again, the price here knocked it out. Boston was obviously the team we're looking at. It's minus 192, so therefore no play. And then RPI actually kicked out the third one, which was Tampa Bay and the Yankees, and they were just too close there. Only about 8 points separated those two teams. Now, out of that, we still had two four-game series that were still alive to look at unofficial plays. The first one we did get an unofficial play out of, and that was in the Chicago White Sox and Kansas City. The White Sox are at .482. The Kansas City Royals in the bottom three at .452, and then 454. And then you look at the price on the White Sox, they're minus 126. The only thing making this unofficial is the fact that it's a four-game series. And then finally, we got Houston, who is in the top three at .541. versus the Angels at .499. You look at Houston here, and there's just not a price that has been put out yet. So waiting on that price to see if it even becomes an unofficial. But either way, it doesn't matter. If you're not paying attention to those unofficials, this one's just not even on your board. So that's everything I've got. I hope you have a great Monday. Thank you all for watching these videos. Appreciate it. We've put out so many videos, had a lot of viewers, consistent viewers, and a lot of feedback. I really appreciate that. It's really cool to get to this point, and hopefully we can have a great second half of the season and get things done like we should. And once again, hope you have a great Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.
60% of the time, it works every time.